Thank you for joining today. We're with Conversion Box. We're going to be talking about from AI discovery to checkout, how leading stores convert AI searches into sales. My name's Sean. I'm a CRO expert here at Conversion Box. I'm joined by Satish. We'll be guiding you today. So please, we might be asking you some questions throughout this, so have the chat open. Just curious to get your feedback about some stuff. And then also, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to ask questions if they come up while we are on a slide. So here's what we're going to cover today with our agenda. We're going to look at why AI search is reshaping e-commerce now, how each AI model finds and ranks products, the levers that decide AI visibility, how to get recommended model by model, the turning AI visibility into on-site sales, and your discovery to checkout action plan. So we're going to look at this trend, explain why it happens, how it's happening, and then how you will not get left behind. So things you can do to make sure you're getting captured by these AI searches and getting those sales. Okay, so why AI search is reshaping e-commerce now. So think about, the whole search history ever since the internet came out. Before, you were using search engines. It's like Yahoo, Bing, Google. We were using keywords. But in the past year, things have radically shifted. So now people are using things like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, and Copilot. You're not just searching keywords, they're using natural language searches, they're asking questions with their AI assistants, they're having conversations, they're getting information. The journey has changed a lot just in the past year. Okay, let's go to the next one. So I want you to think about this, and I'm going to ask this out to the chat if make this a little more interactive. When did your last, or where did your last purchase begin? Think about your shopping. Were you in a search engine or were you using an AI chat assistant? I'll give you guys maybe like 10 seconds. If you feel like sharing, please put it in the chat. Where did your last purchase begin? Was it a search with AI or your old school Google search? While we're doing that, Satish, I'm going to put you on the spot.
I would say it would be chat. Many times I start the things with chat now. Or
Okay.
Amazon is good.
Yeah, Amazon's good, chat's good. I know last night I was using an AI search last night to find. I love green tea. I'm getting green tea from a I can't talk, specific prefecture in Japan where I used to live. Shizuoka is known for their green tea. I had an auto subscription, but they were out of stock. So last night I was like, I'm about to run out of green tea if it doesn't get shipped to me within this next week. So I was desperately searching, like, is there someplace in my area, a store I can go to, or someone that will meet my delivery time? So I was using my AI chat assistant last night to find out where I could get green tea from a specific region in Japan. So really now you want to think about when a buyer asks ChatGPT for the best in your category, whose name comes out? Is it going to be your name? And this is something you could do too. So if I'm thinking of where's the best green tea from Shizuoka, Japan. Let's say I had that as my company. I might want to go onto ChatGPT, ask that question and see, am I appearing in those answers? Am I appearing in those AI searches? So if you have some time after this meeting or after the webinar, go through, play around with your AI assistants, see if your stores or your products are coming up when you're using a search within your category. So that's a good way to see, are you being recognized or do you have some work to do to be discovered? Okay, let's go on. So as I was saying, think about how search has changed. In the past, you had your traditional Google search, which would lead you to a website, and then you'd go from the website to the category page, looking at the product, reading the product details, and then eventually the checkout. The AI journey, it's shortening that. So you're not getting as many hits through your website, but the traffic that's coming through should be converting higher. So if you notice, people are going to start their journey with an AI assistant like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, or Claude. They're going to read through the AI recommendations, which is where they should be discovering your brand. It might bypass your website or link to your website, and then they could use their AI shopping assistant, and boom, next thing you know, they're at the checkout. So the shift is consumers aren't just searching anymore, they're asking AI what to buy. Okay. So who is shopping with AI? So AI is now part of the shopping journey within the US. So 61% of all US consumers have used AI tools for their online shopping. The next graph, it's breaking it down by percentage, what people are using. So if you notice, ChatGPT is crushing it. but I'm sure you will see the others getting more, how can I say it, usage as they become more mainstream. Okay. So if you can win the buyer before they reach your site, so what's happening is there's a 4.4x higher conversion than organic because the buyer arrived pre-qualified. So using that AI assistant, they're getting a lot more information within that discovery phase before they even get onto the website because the assistants are doing that heavy lifting. So it's converting more. So 93% of Google AI mode searches end without a click. So the answer is resolved in the assistant. So like I said, your traffic patterns are going to be changing as the AI technology is adapting and rolling out. So your brand is being judged in AI right now, whether your dashboard shows it or stays silent. So again, that's why I say as a little test, if you want to use these assistants, ask questions related to your products, see if you're showing up because you want to be an early adopter to this. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it over to Satish, and he's going to be going over how each LLM works and continuing through the webinar.
All right. Thanks, Sean. So, yeah, as Sean was mentioning, the customer journey is changing. Of course, Amazon is still the dominant player, but if somebody is searching, it's not only e-commerce when we talk about the 61%, it is across the internet. Like you want to buy an insurance, across all these things, people start the journey with ChatGPT or these AI tools, and then they are moving to those specific sites. Let's see how each LLM works, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, Claude, all these things. We have a limited time, so only very few important tools will be covering here. So, if you take ChatGPT specifically, 64% of the accuracy will be there on the product search. What it does is, whenever you type something, it reads the queries. It also pulls the feeds and researches based on the authority of the product and authority of the contents provided by referred by other sites about this product. So it clearly gives an competitive advantage of finding your products authoritatively from different sites and ranking those products based on the other feedback rather than just matching description. So you have to be referred by authoritative sites to get visibility in ChatGPT rather than just doing some basic feeds alone. So visibility is mostly you should earn in ChatGPT. So the advanced age, like right now, if you look at ChatGPT is using the GPT bot, OAI search bot that is powering their answers, and GPT bot is mainly for models. OAI search bot collects all the third-party reviews, even Reddit, and it outweighs those third-party sites descriptions and information about your product rather than from your own site. And also with agent e-commerce protocol available, Shopify can if you are in Shopify, you can auto sync your catalog to ChatGPT pretty easily. It is more like a merchant feed, you transfer it to Google. Similarly, you can share it with OpenAI through ACP protocol. Basically, ACP is like ChatGPT is moving from recommendation to checkout. So it does helps you in answering your question, and then it helps in making the purchase on the site. It's on the ChatGPT itself. You don't need to even go to the website. That's how the changes are happening with ACP. It connects AI agents, buyers, payment gateway, everything it takes care of from their end. So all you have to do is open up your products catalog to OpenAI through ACP. And basically, if a site is connected with ACP and if the products are available for the tool, it gives more recommendation or more value to the products that are getting listed out in OpenAI than just a referral one. And Google Gemini is more of still they follow the SEO structure. They need more of the FAQ sections. You need to share those product information in a structured data format. All these things you need to do. And Google Gemini AI mode answers the questions, and based on the website's content, it gives more rankings. Still, it weighs the structured content and keyword stuffing on each time. Gemini is trained on the knowledge graph. It has close to 500 billion factors and 5 billion entities like options. And basically, it takes all the eligible product feed from merchant feed, and that's how it is giving rankings, and it answers the sub questions. So for Gemini, they follow this protocol called Universal Commerce Protocol, where it acts as an AI surface layer for if you want your products to get listed in the AI mode, and wants the user to allow the user to complete the checkout from the AI mode of Google itself. You can open up UCP. The same center feed can be connected to the UCP protocol. So there is nothing big change you need to do. Pretty easily, you can take your merchant center feed to the UCP protocol and get listed in Google's AI. I see one question. Okay. Any questions? Could you take a step back? What is ACP? ACP is called Agentic Commerce Protocol. Basically, that is been used by OpenAI to connect your products from your site to the LLM engines. So, if somebody is searching for best uh, electric scooters near me, this product that is listed on your site can automatically come to the OpenAI answers, and people can buy the product or review the product and buy it from OpenAI itself, from ChatGPT itself, rather than coming to that. And to share your product, payment gateway, everything from your site to the OpenAI, they use a protocol called Agentic Commerce Protocol. And Google is using Universal Commerce Protocol. It is same like how you guys are doing merchant center feed to Google Shopping. Similar to that, even for Amazon, you are doing Amazon APIs. For ChatGPT, they use ACP. So right now, Perplexity is not having those kind of protocols, but they prefer to give more importance to contents that are very recently updated, and they use the structure format contents. They give importance to sites that provide structured content like how Google does. It provides that, and also they try to get more information about your products around different sites. So they get close to 13% of the time than ChatGPT does. Um, the only thing is Perplexity is mostly used by researchers and graduates, so it is lot more premium product. But ChatGPT and Gemini is most widely used products. And similarly, Copilot, the same thing. You can share the Copilot product feeds. You can use Microsoft APIs to connect to it, and mostly it provides whatever the top three results from Microsoft search responses. Those things would come on to the top. So they are not collecting too much information about your site across the other areas. Um, so Bing is the gate. So as I said, uh, top three brand shows in the 72% of the answer. Like the top three results will be the one from the Bing search will be the one answers for the Bing's Copilot responses, and Anything you can do to improve is if you can submit your product feed to Microsoft Merchant Center feed. It will again improve your product listing in Copilot so that you can do. They also get trained with uh, entity graph. So yeah, the same kind of things. But Copilot doesn't go after other sites to collect information about your products. So the other important thing now is Meta AI Grok, but Claude is now kind of gaining traction everywhere. Still, the how Claude is collecting information, we are still working on that because OpenAI gets a lot of information from other sites. Claude also collects it, but also they take information from your site. So there is no concrete or definite path to figure out what is Claude's need to make your products or site listed in their responses. So that's still, but everybody should optimize it to get listed out there. Don't block any of these bots when they come to your site. So let's talk about the levers that decides a visibility. So the first thing, as I was saying earlier, you should allow all the best bots to process your products or products access your sites pages like when OpenAI's OA search bot, Perplexity bot, Bing bot, Claude's bot, all these things you should allow to get trained about your products and your product information. And the other important we also recommend is share products information through structured data format. Again, it is easy to understand things. Still, Google gives more importance to that kind of structured data content, but not OpenAI and Cloud also doesn't give importance. But Perplexity and Gemini give importance to those kind of structured data content. So try to provide that. And similarly, Bing also use an recognized thing knowledge graph. They also want this kind of organized content format. Um, that's again an important thing. And the most important thing people also do is like if you cite do a search in OpenAI, they get a lot of information from Reddit. Many of the response comes from Reddit's answers as an answer in the OpenAI. The basic reason is those are kind of in Reddit is the only place if you see it will be more of an question and answer type of responses would be there. So that's why it is given more importance. So if you can create your content itself, your existing page and content itself like an answer first content or more of an answering to customers' questions, that will make that shift from instead of referring to some questions to Reddit, OpenAI and other tools can refer from your site itself and respond to those customer questions. So give more importance to that and make sure that your response or your answers are cited across multiple sources in the internet. That's what we recommend. And the other important thing is try to update your product feed every now and then because these tools give importance to the recency. Only 90 days is what they make your feed or whatever the response that they're collecting from your site active. After that, they go for the recent or somebody who has written it better. They will go for that kind of response. So try to refresh or update some small change on the product feed and upload it. So that way it would be um, seen as a recent kind of content. So that is again an important thing. And the other important thing is the organization information, entity information. So we can share that in a web page called llms.txt. It is similar to how you have robots.txt or sitemap.xml. This is llms.txt is more of for these AI tools to understand about your brand, what you serve, who do you serve, those kind of information. So llms.txt is an important element that you can add. You should add it on your website for these AI tools to understand your brands better rather than crawl the entire site and they make a decision. It is better you can share that information directly about your brand, about your products, quality, and everything. Any questions? No. All right, let me jump on to the next topic. Is how do you get recommended? How to get recommended? As I said, pretty simple. Um, make your site crawlable by all these bots and try to provide the shopping feed or ACP and Microsoft feed. Try to provide the shopping feeds and publish more FAQ, answer first kind of contents and guides on your website. Those things are again easy, that is universally accepted by all the AI platforms. Some platforms give more weightage to structured format, some would provide it to the citations across third party sites. So it might vary, but these things would be the common thing. So, as I said, when you're doing ChatGPT optimization, allow the OpenAI search bar, uh, have a JSON render pages with JSON like in a structured format, send it. Also check your CDN whether there is any blocking in AI for AI crawlers. Publish your feed and apply OpenAI merchant program for access to the ACP. And you can start adding more reviews across various about your organization across in Google Review, G2, Trustpilot, all these things you can try add your reviews and build the trust and authority. So see, these are some problems we generally see with our customers. People say ChatGPT is not recommending my store. We need to analyze your robots.txt and see how many products it can fetch in a single crawl. Similarly, problem shows wrong feed. For if you that is the case, you can using ACP you can make a real-time sync with the again similar thing problem is competitor appears you're not appearing maybe you have to review with the with how their authority is and you can take a look at it and test on your site. And similarly, Gemini, if you look at Gemini, they have whatever you are doing with SEO, the same kind of feed you have to do. And right now, you can also share your reviews, product feed, like how you share it to Merchant Center, share that, and if you can add product schema, review schema, FAQ schema, all these things, it would be much easier for Gemini to understand your products. So again, whatever you are doing currently with for SEO, try to do that. Provide a product feed to Merchant Center and add all the information in a structured content format and share it to those bots. And some of the issue we see is products are missing in the AI mode, and basically it is because of the merchant center issues. If you open your merchant center, you could see if your products are approved by in the merchant. If it is approved, generally it appears in Google Shopping and also in the AI mode. And the other important problem we also see is you rank in the classic search but not in the AI mode. The simple reason is in the classic search they operate on the keyword thing. For AI mode, they want answer first kind of responses. So basically, it is more of a structured attributes. That's what we could say. The other problem we also see is for some categories we are getting cited, for some questions we are getting cited, for some we are not getting cited. The major reason is if you are adding a listicle articles, if you are adding more buying like user gates kind of information, they get more visibility in Gemini. So you give more in-depth information. So that's why for some queries you're getting cited for now. Some you don't get cited for. Let me check as a question. Aman Kumar, any recommend tool for citation analysis? Yes, there is a tool called even with Commerce Shop or company, you can try this tool aigrader.thecommerceshop.com. This is a tool, um, or you can connect with Conversion Box to do those analysis also. Conversion Box also has that tool. Yeah, these two are some of the tools that you can test how your site is getting recommended. Similarly, in Perplexity also, the most important thing is you allow the Perplexity bots to do, and you can join the merchant program, and you can add FAQ sections on the product similar. They follow similar to how Google's Gemini thing. It will be following that, and try to get backlinks, high authority backlinks for each category on your site. Uh, the same thing, everybody has the same problem, like rivals are getting cited in Perplexity. No, you don't. Basically, for Perplexity, the only advantage, the difference would be like you need more authoritative sites like Wikipedia, press coverage. They give more authority to those high um, page rank sites, domain authority sites. So, and the same thing is uh, the older content is cited over US. So the best thing is always republish more, because what we have seen is sites that are getting republished more often, new with new contents, they get cited more. Um, you're mentioned, but the other problem they see is you're mentioned but buried. Um, so basically, if there is no value in the information that you provide, and it is not recent, they generally give you at the bottom of the response the citation. So try to add each section with multiple answers and question kind of things. That's what you can try to get on top of the mentions for your site about your site. So Copilot again, they follow the Microsoft's Merchant Center. Try to allow it. Try to use their Merchant Center feed. Submit the product feed. Um, the complete LinkedIn page, because they give more importance to organization entity. So have a LinkedIn page and share that information to the bots. Also at Google, Bing places, all these kind of external factors that you are an legal entity kind of information. They give more importance to that. Um, the major problem people say with Microsoft Copilot is they're getting some of the customers say they get recommended in Google, not in Copilot. Basically, the reason is people don't follow the Bing's webmaster requirements. They don't submit any information to Bing. That is the major reason. Even the product merchant feed, they don't submit it. So try to fix that. And the other important thing people say is the updates, Microsoft updates take longer now. Is very longer, but the fix is you can go to the webmasters of Microsoft and ping index now for every change, and Bing crawler will come and re-index your site. The other important problem we see is B2B buyers don't find you. I think the major reason is you don't have a clear organization entity about your brand in LinkedIn, and that would be the major reason your brand is not recommended. So try to add that page. Generally, it gives more importance to entities that have their own LinkedIn page. All right. So this is again a basic overview of how you can make your AI visibility, or how you can make your products or brands more recommended by these AI tools. So let's take, if a user comes to your site and he got recommended, let's say if a user goes to AI tools and he got recommended with your brand, but if he comes to your site, there is going to be always lot many things needs to be covered, because the customer would have already made a decision about buying from your brand, because you would have reviewed about your brand and the AI tools itself, and AI tool is recommending based on the feedbacks collected from the other sources. So the user is pretty much convinced about your brand. But let's assume this case, AI sends a buyer to your site and he goes and search red shoes under $25, and if you give zero results, that's a problem. And if you show them products that are red color, not shoes, under $5 or under $50, so again he will exit. So the way people now look at your site search and the AI assistant is changed, because the previous generation, if they look at it, they used to search in Google with keywords and will come to your site and also do the keyword searching on your site also. Now with the ChatGPT training them, they want instant answers in best recommended products for them, rather than they typing with the keyword stuff. They don't need that. So you need a better AI search, an AI shopping assistant, a better product finder and product recommendations on your site for a better conversions. So so the first thing, you should make your site search to be an AI search. So it should not just read your keyword search user is typing. It should also understand the user intent. Suppose a buyer wants a quiet vacuum for a small apartment with pets. It should return based on the vacuum cleaner's sound and what it is purpose for. It should search those things and recommend those products in the search results, rather than just small apartments, pets, quiet plus vacuum, something and mix of all the keywords. So try to the search should understand the user intents and recommend those products. So those products would be the one that will get majority clicks and they'll be convinced to buy those from your site. The other question is answering the question, not the keyword. Sometimes the user might come and he might need some instant answers, like what product, what it is made of, or what is your delivery time, or return time. These are questions they have in mind before they make a purchase. So there has to be an instant way of sharing those answers to those questions. That's how the again user will be confident in making a purchase from your site. Similarly, merchandising, AI-based merchandising when we call. So if a user is looking for red shoes, and if he clicks red shoes on the results that you showed him, and he is looking for other products around shoes like socks and those kind of things, try to show the products merchandised on the search result, on the product page, and also on the category page based on the user's clicking behavior and the user's intent. Try to automate it. It used to be a very big kind of projects to do these things. Now with the AI tools innovations, these kind of AI merchandising can be done pretty easily. And the next one is the AI-based shopping assistant on the product page, because many customers who we have worked with have a problem of people exiting or bouncing off from the product page. The reason is they are not sure whether the product that they are seeing is the right one for them or not. They might have they might have some questions. They would have pinged the customer support team. They will not respond to it on time. So there is lot, and also 24/7 they will not be available. So there are lot many questions to be answered before a user makes a buying decision. So if there is a product assistant that sits on the product page that answers all the product questions without any delays, that would again improve the conversions and overall purchase from your site. And the other important aspect we also see is the bundles and upsells at the right moment. Right now, what we see is there is one product, the remaining two products might be a bundle or just an uh, recommended products for you. Instead of that, if you can provide a bundle of three different products like how you see in Amazon, frequently bought together, that kind of bundles generally sell more. And because if somebody is trying to buy a swimming gear, they'll be buying glasses, they'll be buying the uh, earplugs, so many things they'll be buying. So try to create those bundles with AI. Now it is pretty easy. It used to be a very big project. Now you can easily create and install those products on site. And the other important thing is generally after product page, people will have lot many cold feet in the checkout page, because that's where they show the delivery options. And I think they can show the delivery options much earlier, but somehow right now it is shown there, and there is no proper responses or question, no proper responses to the questions like what is my refund policy date, what is the um, average shipping time, all these things they can need answers, and AI can respond to those questions. And also when somebody bought it, they might come to your site, they want instant tracking, and if there is an exchange, they wanted to do it immediately. So any questions? There is one question. You already many catalog. You mentioned we can share our catalog with Shopify. What about with WordPress? WordPress doesn't have ACP right now, but you can work with companies like a Conversion Box that takes care of pushing your product from your site to WooCommerce, to these tools. Yes. So there's a question. Will you send a copy of this presentation? Yes, we'll send a copy of this presentation. Good questions. So our action plan is in first 30 days, what we highly recommend is try to audit your site, understand whether your site is allowing all the bots to crawl properly, and whether your site is like your GA4 is measuring all your AI traffic properly and tagging them with UTM, all these things. And then start pushing your product feeds to Google Merchant Center to get an approval from OpenAI for agentic commerce product, agentic commerce. So you need to apply for access to that, and then start writing a answer first kind of contents. Once you have all the product feed and the data feed ready, and your site content is optimized with structured data format, you can then start deploying your sites, AI search, AI assistant, and track your AI citations, and work on optimizing your site continuously. In general, sites or traffic that comes from AI visibility convert four times higher than the visitors coming from site search, from Google search. So try to give more importance to this. The future is going to be more AI agents are going to make a purchase. Try to make your site optimized uh, for that kind of shift. You are early now itself. Try to do that. Any questions? Second. Is there a way to train AI sites because may collect false information makes? Uh, Right now, there is not a possibility, but when you can train your AI assistant, your AI site search, your shopping assistant on your site, you can train that. and publish it. But currently, it's not possible. Only the feed information you can provide it. They have their own understanding about your insight from various third systems. So, you can influence it, you can share your citations. That's how it would be. Good question. Any other questions? So, for people who are attending this webinar today, we are providing this free audit, so AI visibility audit. You can take advantage of this. Please click onto it. Would be happy to send you the report, and would be happy to connect with you in a call and share the report. What are the things you need to fix on your site? How AI is seeing your site? We call EAT, experience, authority, and trust. So we try, we see how your site is getting those kind of authoritativeness, these things, and recommend to take next steps. So yeah, both the commerce shop and conversion box works hand in hand. I'd be happy to help either to do some kind of a backlinking part we can do, or if we want to improve your site content with some kind of an answer first kind of contents, we can do that. Sean, anything you want to add?
No, I think you covered everything. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. I hope we made this presentation useful for you. We'll send you this recorded session along with the webinar content in an email. And I hope we'll talk to you in another webinar soon. Thanks for your time. See you guys.